son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered. I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 38, Allen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here we go. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the double.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Play action. Now it's Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Drake London. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough? I've got to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready up.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Robinson will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen now looks to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And it's taken in at the 9. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it first and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This one into the hands of Pitts. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time.
Okay, right? Heel blue. Heel slack. Red cycle. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
11 more on that one and another first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Von Miller dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought.